Welcome everyone to a brand new series,
An indie worth buying?
where I bring you indie games I've recently completed and let you know if they're worthy of your hard-earned coin. We'll be diving into a lot of indie titles, highlighting hidden gems that deserve more love, and calling out a few that should probably stay in the shadows. Maybe you've got some of these sitting in your wishlist, and if so, I'm here to help you decide whether to buy it or bin it. With that said, let's kick off the series with a very recent release. Nice Day for Fishing is based on Epic NPC Man,
Epic NPC Man.
the long-running comedy series by New Zealand's VLDL. The show parodies classic MMORPG tropes, and the game continues that tradition. Set in Skycraft, their spoof version of World of Warcraft, the story begins when all of the world's adventurers, suddenly vanish from the realm of Azerim. Why? Because the resident muggers of Honeywood, Charles and Bernard,
A seven-headed hunter all by himself. Let's mug him.
try to rob the world's greatest sorcerer, Baelin.
Bye, Baron.
In doing so, they accidentally release a scroll hidden by the creators of the game itself, disconnecting all adventurers from the game. To make matters worse, Baelin then inadvertently unleashes the Dark Lord Ishalden from his fishy prison. Honeywood gets destroyed in the chaos, and with no heroes left, the fate of the world rests on the shoulders of one vocabulary-challenged fisherman, Baelin.
Good morning.
So begins a charming, pixel art, side-scrolling fishing RPG where Baelin sets out to restore Honeywood and defeat the evil that's been unleashed, all while doing what he does best: fishing. The game sports vibrant pixel art, evoking the look and feel of 16 and 32-bit classics from the late 90s and early 2000s. The world is simple but charming, and the underwater environments, in particular, are beautifully designed, especially as you descend through different layers of the sea. The character designs lean into a cutesy, chibi-esque style that works surprisingly well, especially if you're familiar with the source material. Fan favourites like Greg the garlic farmer, Bodger the blacksmith, Fred the fruit merchant and his wife, and Eugene all make an appearance. Their portraits do a decent job of capturing the look and spirit of their real-life counterparts. The UI is clean and minimal. Top right, you've got quick access to inventory, map, and quests. Top left shows your bait and attached rod gear. It's slick, though maybe too minimal at times, particularly in menus. Still, everything you need is easy to find, and the combat UI stays unobtrusive while remaining functional. Sound-wise, the game mixes retro chiptune flair with VLDL's trademark fantasy soundtrack. The result is surprisingly nostalgic and oddly epic. It's not fully voiced, a bit of a disappointment, but understandable for a game of this scope. This is a sub-$20 game after all. Still, fans will hear plenty of familiar lines and sounds from the series. There are also a ton of Easter eggs and references scattered throughout, so keep your eyes and ears open. The gameplay is where Nice Day for Fishing stands out. It essentially takes the fishing minigame, that little side activity from so many other games, and builds an entire adventure around it. Baelin starts with a simple rod and hook, but unlocks new tools like a magnet to retrieve sunken treasure. You can equip bait, upgrade your rod, and use gear, potions, and spells that affect your fishing stats. Yes, this is a fishing game with combat mechanics. And here's how it works. In Phase 1, you attack. When a fish bites, it's time to fight. You can tap or hold the attack button, and trust me, holding saves your wrist, or use spells and skills via the D-pad. In Phase 2, you defend. The fish strikes back. You can't attack during this time without taking damage, but you can defend or parry with proper timing to reduce or nullify the hit, and you can still access your skills and spells. Fish come in different levels, and while some might go down easy, others, even of the same type, can really push back. Boss battles add an extra layer of challenge, and often require strategic use of gear and spells. However, failure isn't punishing. If Baelin's health hits 0, the line snaps and the fight ends. You don't lose progress, just time. You'll gather up all sorts of resources during your adventure, from wriggling worms and garlic to treetop mushrooms. These can be used as bait, or exchanged at a certain garlic farmer's shop for items used in combat. There are also other materials that can be used for repairing Honeywood's buildings, unlocking shops, gear, and progression. Just make sure you've got the help of a certain familiar woodcutter.
Well, back to it. This tree ain't gonna chop itself down.
There's also some light platforming. It's serviceable, but not the game's strongest point. Jumps feel a little bit stiff, especially in places like Honeywood Forest. Quests, as you might expect from the Epic NPC Man universe, lean heavily into parody. Fetch quests, silly objectives, and self-aware dialogue are the norm, and the game delivers plenty of the show's trademark humour. Seriously, Bodger, tie that hammer down somewhere, please. Nice Day for Fishing is a fun, albeit short adventure that's perfect for winding down after a long day on the garlic farm. It's packed with charm, references, and surprisingly thoughtful game design. For fans of Viva la Dirt League and Epic NPC Man, this is easily an 8 or 9 out of 10 experience. For newcomers, it's still worth checking out, especially if you enjoy cozy games, unique mechanics, or just really love fishing minigames. Maybe watch a few of the skits on YouTube first. If the humour clicks, the game probably will too. If you enjoyed this review, give it a like and hit that subscribe button for more indie highlights, hidden gems, and the occasional monstrosity. Be excellent to yourselves and one another, and I'll see you soon.